¿Qué pasa, YouTube? How's it going, everybody? Got for you guys today a Showdown live, and hopefully this one will go better than my live from yesterday, which is one of those days where just everything goes wrong for you on Showdown. But I've been laddering today on UBERS. Actually, I think I'm up to around 1,400, so we should be able to get some good players or some decent players. But this is a really cool team I got from my boy Edgar, aka the Black Stardust. Some of you guys may have not heard that name in like 2 years, but Edgar is a very well versed UBERS player, so I can always rely on him for some teams. So big shout out to my boy once more. If you guys would like to see some more UBERS Showdown lives, then please by all means let me know in the comment section below. UBERS is always a tier that I really enjoyed, although I didn't really get into it last generation because I honestly didn't know it that well, and because UBERS is just starting now, I want to get more into it and maybe stick with it along with OU more, and then obviously the new tiers will roll out. But just UBERS, again, it's just a very fun tier that I've always enjoyed. And yeah, again, let me know if you guys would like to see some more UBERS lives. I know not a lot of people upload UBERS lives. I think like the last person that did an UBERS live was Joey, and I think that was like a couple weeks ago. I don't even know how long ago that was. But yeah, this is a pretty cool team. We are using Scarfed Lunala. Now, Scarfed Lunala actually is able to outspeed Deoxys speed, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's able to outspeed Deoxys attack or Deoxys speed by like 1 point. Because I was just in that scenario where my opponent had a Deoxys and I was able to outspeed it with Scarf Lunala and pull out the victory. Shield Shadow is basically like multi-scale for Lunala. At full HP, it halves the damage of any one attack that does hit it, which is really great for late game scenarios. Next off, we have good old Garatino origin form here, a nice defensive tank. Shadow Force honestly has its benefits and has its downfalls. For example, since a lot of people like to use Arceus here, which is easily the best, probably like top 3 best Pokemon in the UBERS tier, has been since 4th gen. Since a lot of people like to use normal Arceus, it is kind of iffy to use Shadow Sneak at times, but in some scenarios, it does actually benefit you to Shadow Sneak. And I did have one really good battle with this team against somebody who I think was like number 20 on the UBERS ladder that I plan to post, narrate, and upload. So be on the lookout for that match because, again, that was a really good match. And of course, we have good old Pheromosa. Honestly, I don't feel bad using Pheromosa in UBERS because, let's be honest, this is where this thing belongs. It should be in the UBERS tier. It doesn't need to stay in OU. It needs to leave OU and just be UBERS already. But from the couple games I've had with this team, I think I've had like maybe 30 games so far, this thing is an absolute monster in this tier. Next off, we have a nice bulky Geomancy. Xerneas Thunder, of course, is able to hit Mega Kyogre, Primal Kyogre, sorry, in the rain, and then HP Fire is for steel types, of course. And then finally off, we have good old Primal Groudon, which is still just an absolute monster in this tier. So yeah, guys, that is a quick run through of the team. Let's go ahead and get this started. Alright guys, so we got the first match here, and this dude has a terrifying team, and of course he has Tyranitar, which is just gonna wreck my Lunala potentially, so I gotta watch out for that. Depending on what kind of Arceus this is will determine on how I can deal with it. But looking at leads, I'm thinking maybe he'll lead with the Klefki. Gengar could honestly be a huge issue, so I gotta watch out for that. But I'm gonna lead off with my Groudon, as he's gonna be leading off with his own Groudon. So what I kind of want to do here is just go straight for the Precipice Blade, honestly, because he is definitely just gonna get up his rocks. So this way I can hopefully Precipice Blade and then go from there. But he ends up bringing in Zygarde, which I should be able to get on my rocks here. Although 1,000 arrows are going to hurt, they shouldn't do too much damage as he's not in his 100% form. So here I'm going to Dragon Tail him out, which means he will be in a... Wait, no, is he not 100% Zygarde? Hello? I'm guessing... I heard something about it only happening at the end of the turn. So I'm guessing because he didn't get to finish his turn, he's still regular Zygarde. So that kind of makes sense. That'll make sense. So as long as I don't miss here, we should be able to knock him out. As down goes the Zygarde. So unfortunately, he is not going to be able to transform. As in comes Gengar. Honestly, I can still keep my Groudon around. The only problem is that I literally have no switch-ins to this. Like, nothing on my team is going to appreciate coming in against this, and even my Lunala here isn't going to appreciate this Tyranitar, so I still have to watch out for that. Yeah, Gengar's a huge issue to this squad. I think I just have to leave in my Groudon here, unfortunately, as much as I don't want to. So he's going to turn out to have the Hex, which means he could be Will-O-Wisp, Hex, Protect, Destiny Bond, potentially. That would make sense, I think. I don't want to bring in my Xerneas because he could still very well have the Sludge Wave. And Pheromosa doesn't do anything to Gengar in return, and he could very well just burn Arceus. So I think I have to bring in my Giratina here, and I'm just going to go straight for the Shadow Sneak, as he does end up bringing in his Tyranitar. I thought he could have made this play, and I really wanted to go for the Dragon Tail. I was very close to going for Dragon Tail, but he is going to end up over predicting here, as I'm going to be able to Dragon Tail him out into this Klefki, which is actually not that good, because Klefki can just sit in here and just start spike stacking and hazard stacking, and just I don't want that. So I'm gonna switch into my Arceus. Even if he T-Waves me here, that honestly shouldn't be that big of an issue, because with me being paralyzed, then he's not going to be able to burn me. But no, he actually ends up going for the Toxic, so that may actually be a little bit more problematic. I honestly think that's a little bit more problematic. So yeah, he's probably just going to substitute here. Okay, so he's Sub-Hex Will-O-Wisp, I'm thinking? Sludge Wave. Okay, so that's his set. That is a little bit scary. See, I don't think Ice Beam knocks him out. Regardless, I can just bring in Giratina here. Honestly, if he switches into Tyranitar, that's fine. That's fine. I know this is very, very obvious, but Shadow Sneak is still going to be doing enough damage to this T-Tar. And honestly, he can just Pursuit here again. He literally loses nothing in doing so. What I could also do is try to bring in my Xerneas here. I could Shadow... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Shadow Force here. Because, yeah, since he's not faster than me, I can Shadow Force here, and then next turn, I will be able to knock him out. Even if he wants to bring in the Arceus, that's fine. It shouldn't be that big of an issue, as we can still keep Giratina around, and he turns out to be Arceus Water. Okay. Okay, that is a little bit annoying. Depending on what set he is running will determine on how we can deal with this. I can still keep Giratina around, I think. Actually, no, what I could do here is just Shadow Force, or even go for Dragon Tail, honestly. I think I'm going to Shadow Force, because if he doesn't knock me out here, I just get a free switch into my Pheromosa. Alternatively, I can also just bring in Xerneas and go for a Geomancy. Because if we get rid of the Groudon, then that's one less fat wall that he has to deal with. So yeah, I'm just going to Geomancy here, not really worried about anything that he wants to do against me. Thunder Wave could maybe be an issue, but even then it shouldn't be that big of a problem. So we're not going to be able to quite knock him out here. Regardless though, we're still going to do enough damage to where I can just bring in this giant threat of a Mon and high jump kick. Honestly, if he brings in the Gengar, I will lose 50% of my health, but I'm still going to be in range of where I can live one more Life Orb hit and knock him out with the U-turn if it comes down to it. So if he doesn't have E-Speed here, he is going to take a huge amount of damage, as he actually ends up going for the Judgment. So if he had gone for the Recover there, that might have actually been a bit of a problem. The good thing about this though is that I can bring in Scarf Lunala here and just lock myself into Moongeist Beam, and that'll be able to knock out the Arceus, and also this Gengar is going to be outsped and knocked out. So that was a pretty good first game. GG to my opponent. Let's go ahead and get another one. Alright guys, so we got the second match here, and this dude has a nice Deoxys attack, which of course we can outspeed with Lunala. And again, if we can get rid of this Arceus, Lunala should be able to just clean up with Scarf Moonblast. Again, Gengar is going to be... hold on. This almost looked... Okay, hold on. This was like exactly the team before, except no Klefki and no Zygarde this time. So looking at leads, I honestly just want to lead Pheromosa, but at the same time, I feel like he's going to want to lead Groudon. So I don't really want that. Actually, no, I think Pheromosa should honestly still just be a good overall lead. Because if this is sashed Deoxys, then there's no way he's going to be able to knock me out in any one hit. And if he's Scarfed, then he's a Scarfed Deoxys. Oh! I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. That's just, that really sucks. That really sucks. Like turn one, really? Like, really? And then he knocks off. Hello? Well, regardless, I'm just gonna Shadow Sneak here. It's still by far the best move for me to go for. As in comes the Arceus again. I should be able to just Dragon Tail him out. Yeah, you are not setting up this early against me, my friend. I don't know what you're doing. As we Dragon Tail him into a giant threat of a monster here. So I'm gonna be forced to Shadow Sneak against this. Yeah, we started off this match just completely bad. Completely bad. Maybe I can bring in Lunala and Psyshock? Maybe. I think I have to bring in Lunala here unless I want something else to take damage. So I am going to go ahead and just Psyshock here and try and knock him out. If I had my freaking Pheromosa, I could just come in here and revenge kill him. Potentially with the Ice Beam. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this up to Naive so we can have a better chance to knock out Gengar. So in comes the Deoxys, and we cannot speed this! We cannot speed this! And knock him out! Lunala's awesome. So the good thing about this too is that if he brings in his Arceus, we are still in our Shadow Shield. So we can maybe 2-KO him here if he doesn't knock us out with this Shadow Sneak or this Shadow Claw. Yes! And we live! Thankfully we live, and then Psyshock will be able to knock him back out. This is really great because we're able to get rid of half his team already, as in comes the Rayquaza. And I am a little bit scared of this. So I'm just going to stay in here and be aggressive. This way I can maybe put him in range of where my Arceus's E-Speed will knock him out. And it should knock him out at this point, since he did take 2. What is his item? Like, he doesn't have anything with Life Orb, apparently. So, yeah, E-Speed will be able to clean knock this out. He's not going to knock us out even if he wanted to E-Speed. So I didn't Sword Dance there, just on the off chance that he did have the E-Speed. So in comes the Giratina Origin form. At this point, I may have to switch out into my Arceus because I can still have use for Arceus. Sorry, I'm going to have to switch into my Xerneas because I still have use for Arceus. Although, alternatively, Groudon isn't a bad switch in here. I still think my worst move to do is stay in and go for the Shadow Claw. So I may switch into my Xerneas here is what I'm thinking. Right? I mean, I could also just stay in and Shadow Claw, but if he burns us, that would really suck. So yeah, I'm going to bring in Giratina, my Giratina counter, my Xerneas, as he ends up going for the T-Wave. That's actually a little bit annoying. That is a little bit annoying. As he stays in and he goes for the Hex. And he got the crit. Yep. So I think I just threw away the game. Because of that crit, I think I just lost this match. Yeah, like I was in perfect control, and then he just gets a crit and I lose. He just gets a crit and I lose. I mean, I guess I could have stayed in with Xerneas, honestly. Yeah, I could have stayed in with Xerneas because I don't think that this is going to get knocked out by one non-boosted Earthquake. So, unfortunately, we were complete control there. And then he just crits my Groudon and just, yeah. That actually sucks. That really sucks. Alright guys, so we got the most likely last battle here because I can hear Sergio getting a little bit fussy, so probably gonna watch him so Laura can rest up. But my opponent has a pretty aggressive team here. Holy crap! Like I don't want him to lead Cloister and just shell smash in my face. That would actually be a little bit scary. Can I lead Xerneas? Honestly, I think I can almost lead Xerneas. Although at the same time, I still feel like this is overall a safe enough lead in this matchup, so I'm just gonna go straight for high jump kick. Like even if he wants to go for the shell smash, I can then just revenge kill him if anything. So he does turn out to be sashed, and he probably is just gonna go for the shell smash. So unfortunately, I think I have to choose something to just die here. Like there's nothing else, because he is definitely gonna have to be plus speed nature to outspeed me, right? I almost want to say I can fodder this off, although is that really worth it? Lunala could still maybe clean up late game. Xerneas I don't think is doing much in this match. Arceus can also clean up late game, and we're just gonna get knocked out if I bring in Giratina. Although, what is Giratina doing in this match? I guess defogging mostly. So I think I'm gonna sack off Giratina here, as yeah, Icicle Spear is gonna be enough to knock us out unless he gets a low roll on this next hit, which of course he does not. So I can just easily revenge kill him here with Arceus, if anything. So unfortunately, Cloister leading off and shell smashing was able to get a KO on our Giratina. That shouldn't be too bad, as he switches right into Lunala. What? Why would you... I'm not sure why he just switched that right in. Okay, and then he's gonna double into Salamence, going for a Dragon Dance, as I will be able to get on my rocks, and I'm just gonna Dragon Tail him out of here, as we do manage to live, and we're gonna be able to phase him out, getting up our rocks as he is phased into the Xerneas. Now this is actually a little bit scary, but I should be able to just press up his blade here, get off a huge amount of damage, as he's gonna go for the... What? Hidden Power Ground? Is what I'm thinking that was? Okay. Well, unfortunately, because he still has Groudon, he can still easily live a +2 Geomancy. I could bring in Lunala, but that baits him to bring in his Arceus, which if it is normal can live any hit. So I think by bringing in Pheromosa here, I should be able to just Poison Jab and knock him out, or he is most likely just gonna fodder off the Cloister. That's fine. That's fine. We can see what he wants to bring in here. If he brings in Lunala, its shield... What's it called? Its Shadow Shield is going to be broken. So I should be able to just U-turn on out of here, still getting off a solid amount of damage on it, and I should be able to just bring in Arceus. I'm not really too sure what he's gonna want to do to me at this point, so I'm just gonna Shadow Claw first, because I don't want to SD and then him potentially crit me or get off a lot more damage than I'm expecting to be taken. So I can Shadow Claw here, break the Shadow Shield, and then go from there, I think. So he's gonna go for the Moonblast. Literally does nothing to us. Good lord, I'm probably just gonna Shadow Claw here. No, can I Swords Dance actually? Because I honestly think a Shadow Claw at this point is gonna be able to knock him out. Although I don't know if we can OHKO his Arceus with 1 E-Speed. So I'm just gonna play it safe here. I could have gone for the Swords Dance. I really could have gone for the Swords Dance, but I didn't want to risk that, because he could have brought in his Arceus, and then even at +2 Adamant Life Orb, I don't think we knock out Arceus at full HP after rocks. So in comes the Mence. This thing is still a little bit terrifying, honestly. Like, this thing is still really scary. Do I need Arceus? I still can keep Arceus around. So I'm gonna switch into my Xerneas here, as he goes for the Roost. Okay, so I was a little bit worried that he would Dragon Dance, but yeah, he wasn't in a scenario where he could have risked going for the for the Dragon Dance there. So I'm just going to Moonblast here, be right out aggressive as he does end up bringing in the Groudon. And this is all I need at this point, is for this Groudon to just get weakened. That's all I need for this Groudon, is to just be weakened. So I'm just going to go ahead and spam Moonblast here, knowing I should be able to live any move that he is going to want to go for. As he goes for the Precipice Blade, I can honestly just sack off Xerneas here. I think I really don't need it at this point, and we're already able to just severely weaken the Groudon, as he is going to be able to easily 2-hit KO me. I will be able to just revenge kill him at this point with Lunala, not Lunala, sorry, but with Pheromosa, and Ice Beam is going to be enough to knock him out at 17%, as we do get the nice speed boost, even though that literally doesn't matter. It does not matter at all, as he could still very well win with his Arceus, because I think Arceus can, what? Arceus Dark? Uh-oh. This could actually be a problem. This could actually be a problem. Oh no, he just died! Okay, okay! Oh, I was so scared of E-Speed. I was like, maybe Swords Dance Darkius? I know Dark Arceus was used a little bit in 5th gen, but I think back then it was a Calm Mind variant. But yeah, guys, I think that is going to be it for this UBERS live. Got a couple good games in there, so like I said, I definitely want to do UBERS more. So if you guys would like to see UBERS uploaded more frequently or see more UBERS lives, then by all means let me know in the comment section below. And Lunala is an absolute monster, man. I really like this set. So yeah, thank you all for watching, guys. Later.
Because my brain and heart are both tied in a knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.